the JR Rock and Roll Show.
Are we live?
We're live.
Oh.
Well, not live.
So we already started.
Yeah. Should we start again?
No.
It's been so long. How have you been?
Awesome. How about you?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, too.
50.
50. Oh, that's...
I'm excited.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's just a number, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Oh, don't knock my number.
No, I just want to make sure your level wasn't popping up. So.
Yes.
But yeah, 50. I feel good.
Yeah, me too.
I don't feel any different, but
I don't either.
I feel.
More gray hairs.
You don't have any gray
I do.
hair. You do.
I
not.
do.
Where? Downstairs.
Right there.
Really?
Yep.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Are you coloring it?
I need to. I'll probably do that tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't color any of mine. There's far too many. If you just have the one, you should.
Well, it's 2, and they say don't pluck it because it makes it worse.
Makes 5 more grow
Yes.
back. Yeah.
But yes, that hit at 50 right on the nose. I was like, what the hell is that?
Hey, I was like 38 when mine started to go gray.
Sheesh.
It started on the sides, started to appear down here in the beard, and so I think if you made a 50 without a gray hair, whew.
Yep.
But you still look 39.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know. There was a time when you turned 28, and if I said you look 39, that would have been bad.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, that's
pretty much
way
so.
too.
Yes.
But yeah, I do feel not grown up, but I feel.
I don't. I still, when you say 50, it sounds old, and then I'm like, oh, wait. That's us. That's us.
I mean, that's grandparent age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hit me at when they were announcing something at the casino that said 50 and fabulous or whatever, however they were stating that, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, the old people are. They're talking about the old people, and I'm thinking, oh shoot.
They're talking about.
And that was what, a week before my birthday, and I was like, I'm gonna be that in 1 week. That's terrible.
Gasp. Is it though?
No, it's not terrible.
Really?
I'm not.
Because you're still 13 in your mind.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, well, I'll go as far as
You were concerned
30.
about not being able to respond to my belch with one of your belches because you already had belched.
Exactly.
That's 12. Actually, that's more like 11. If you had followed it up with a fart, that's 10.
That's 10.
Which you did this morning. I heard a and a
No.
It was me.
Yes.
That's 10.
Yes, indeed.
I do feel a lot more, not that I'm not already, but what's the word? There's a word there. Only worried about me. What's that word? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well,
Just
self-centered?
Self-centered son of a bitch, yes.
There you go.
I've been suppressing it all these years, but now that I've turned 50, I don't think I can suppress being a self-centered son of a bitch.
I wouldn't call it self-centered more as you know what you want now.
I know exactly.
And what you don't want.
And I have all these years knowing exactly.
Set in your ways.
I've been set in my ways for decades now, but I've been suppressing it, so I'm not that party pooper, constant party pooper. But now I'm like, I know what I want, and I know what I don't want. Very much so.
Exactly.
So I feel more mature in that sense because a lot of people don't give a fuck what people think about, whether they want to do something or not,
And a lot of times most people are like, oh, we're just doing it you're inviting just to be social or whatever, and half the time they don't even want to do it.
There's no good reason. It's just,
exactly.
For some reason it's happening and nobody has the guts like me now.
Just say,
I got the guts.
No.
The answer is, how did they put it? A hard pass.
Yes, hard pass.
I'm going to take a hard pass on that idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I do not want to do that.
So I feel more adult in that respect. But everything else is still just as immature as
I'll
ever.
still have the guilt feelings when I say no to something that somebody asked me to do, but
I think that'll slowly dissolve by 55.
Yeah.
If not sooner.
Yep.
Yeah.
I suppose.
The guilt, I find myself, that voice inside your head going, what's really going to happen, though, if you say no?
Truly.
Are they going to stop asking?
Exactly.
Oh,
Ooh.
God forbid. That's kind of what we want, isn't
Exactly.
it? So, anyhow, so we had a month-long birthday vacation.
Yes, a lot of birthdays this last month.
I think it's been a month since we've done this.
Yes.
Has it?
Oh,
And
yeah,
work.
because it's been work and
Birthdays and
yes.
holidays and...
I honestly can't remember what we talked about the last time, but it's been a while.
It was horseshit.
It always is.
It was a bunch.
Always is. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, we're here. We get drunk on Saturday and we bullshit. That is one thing I've been good at my whole life is bullshit. So...
What you got?
You know, I was kind of, as we're maturing, I was kind of impressed with our the app we got today.
That's on my list too.
Well, it's new to me, so it's brand new for everybody. I'm assuming. No, that's not true, but it is new to me. But that is an awesome app.
We're talking Little Caesars, right?
Little
Yes.
Caesars.
Order pizza, walk in and grab it, and don't interact with a single human being. That's what we want. That's where our world is headed.
Well, yeah. I just it was like, for some reason, when you see it on the TV, all that mental shit that it got going on to make you want to buy just hit home on that garbage pizza. That's the everything on a pizza. And I was like, ooh, how can we get that fast? And sure enough, well, get the app. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be a long process. Don't you have to go online and get an approval? Nope. It was download the app, enter info, and all of a sudden it's saying, you got 20 minutes to get there. I'm like, oh, fuck, we got to get pants on.
Well, the only thing better would have been a delivery.
Yeah.
But then you got to pay the delivery fee or the tip fee and all that. And then your pizza gets back up to being this amazingly high price.
Which I'm okay with.
Well, not
but
when you're like 5 seconds from the store.
We needed to get out because the bed sores were starting to pile up on the ass cheeks.
Hey, but you got to love binge watching on Saturdays.
That was an interesting show.
Yes.
It started off a little slow and, I was kind of like, where is this going?
In the dark.
And about the 5th episode, I'm like, do I care who did it? Yeah, the show In the Dark.
In the dark.
But, man, they threw a hell of a twist. No
Yes, they
spoilers.
did.
No spoilers.
I don't think I would have liked it. And in fact, I did watch it a little bit when it was on the actual TV network. But you just can't keep up. You know what I mean? A week passing, you forget what happened the week before. Binge watching is the way to do that.
Yeah.
But like you said, that could have made a
That would have been a great movie.
instead of
a great low-budget movie.
13 episode
13,
series?
yeah.
That was a little extreme.
And it kind of needed to be done. I know they set it up for another season, but I don't think they're going to.
Well, the good thing with that one is they did end it enough that if that was it, you're fine with it.
Yeah, if it was a movie, you would have been left with kind of a creeped out ending because it wrapped it up, but also like, oh,
this could happen in the next. Yeah.
So yeah,
They did well with that.
But I don't know where you would go on that particular storyline.
On the next,
because it was kind of a not a weak premise, but they built.
Yeah, they gave them the option to leave it open or keep it closed.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the other TV one, the 90210 reboot.
Yes. So,
well, I'm not gonna say it wasn't a cheesy thing, but I did love the premise. But I loved it when we watched it in the 90s. Was it the 90s?
Oh hell yeah!
But I liked when they brought it back, and it wasn't. They weren't doing their characters. They were actually doing the show based on the actors.
Spoilers alert.
Oh, yes, sorry. Well, I'm sure everybody saw it.
Oh, everybody in the United States, absolutely.
You know it. I mean, everybody loves 90210, right?
Oh, yeah. Especially this guy.
But supposedly the whole 6, because they did 6 episodes to start with, to see if they'll go any further. And all 6 are going to be about the actors, not
no
the characters.
shit.
Right.
No shit.
Yep. And
that's awesome.
And they said if they continue it, it'll be the same with the 12th episode being the one where they finally get the reboot show, because that's the whole thing, is that those actors trying to get their show rebooted. And that's what it's supposed to be about. And then
that's brilliant.
The 12th, if they continue it, if enough people watch the 6 episodes, then they'll go more. They'll do the next 6 or the next 7, saying the 12th one will be about them actually getting the approval to do the reboot, and then
so awesome.
Then the 13th one episode will be the actual reboot of the show about the characters.
Yeah.
And then they'll continue it from there if it gets that much press.
I'm in.
I am too, but everybody I asked was like, "Oh no, it's too cheesy." I didn't.
Now,
even watch
did they
it in the
watch
90s. it? No, most of them said they didn't watch it in the 90s.
It's brilliant, though. If you love watching celebrities make fun of their own personal lives or taking shots at it, this is the series for you.
I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. Tori Spelling, I think, is hilarious. And she knows how to laugh at herself. That's what I like.
Yeah, well, a lot of them do.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll tell you what really impressed me. Not impressed me, but when I think reboot, I think, oh, God, here we go, reliving the past. And you just go to that dark place on everything. And that's how they started off the pilot episode. They were at the Peach Pit. Brandon was serving drinks. They're all, old people there still trying to play the young part. I was like, oh, this is going to be so sad. I have to watch it.
Yeah.
And then it cuts and it goes into their personal lives crap. And it just spent the rest of that hour. I was like, is this how the rest of the season going to go? And I'm excited that it is, because they made fun of themselves so much.
It was cute.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I mean, cheesy, but still funny. And
well, when she broke in and got that dress, that prom dress that was their dress, I was like, oh, that's hilarious. That's just as feeble-minded as I would have ever expected anything to be on that show. Yeah, I'm all in. I'm glad you found that shit out.
Or what did he say about how your family is big in the business or whatever, but you're still struggling, or however that was. That was hilarious.
Aaron
Ziering?
Or Spelling.
Aaron Spelling, yes.
How's your dad, the creator and owner of that show, and you're still struggling? And she says, "Welcome to my life." He's dead now too, isn't he? So there's no changing it.
So. Yeah. And her mom is famous too, but I can't remember her name, but I can picture her. I can see her.
Mrs. Spelling.
That's it.
All that's left is a line.
But I still didn't get the whole Shannon, why she wasn't on there. She's obviously going to be on the next episode.
They must have had a real rift back in the day.
And they said there was, but it was over something really stupid.
Oh, sure. Yeah. When you're in your early 20s, everything's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, that is true.
But I like that it carried over into the reboot.
Yeah, and then, of course, Luke Perry. That sadness.
Yeah.
At least they dealt with that and did it in a nice way. And
yeah, how awesome. I mean, before I knew this is the format they were going to follow, how awesome would he have made this format?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loved that guy.
Yeah, yep.
And he was great at poking fun at himself and everything. I mean, he even did Fart Man, with with the Howard Stern movie.
Okay.
He stepped in. Well, how did he do it? I think the original guy was Stamos.
Really? John Stamos?
He did for the movie. I think Stamos stepped in for Luke Perry, but I think Luke Perry did the original Fart Man. You know what I'm talking about? Howard Stern flying in. The farts coming out.
I'm
of
not
his
a big
ass,
Howard Stern fan at all.
Okay, well, anyway, when I saw him do that, I was like, this guy is just out for anything. I mean, you think he's one of those serious actors that's trying to look like one of those vintage actors, but everything he says and everything he does speaks different. And not that was.
They said he was a great guy in real life and all that.
Whoa.
Is margarita hitting you?
Yeah, it's making me sweat. I got the alcohol sweats. Can you hear it?
Now, when I was at the store looking at the margarita mix that we got,
The Chi-Chis.
was Chi-Chis. But when I saw the orange cream, they had it as, and I'm not sure if I got my stuff mixed up, but I'm not sure if Chi-Chi's had it, but there was TGI Fridays was the orange cream.
As long as it's got alcohol in it, baby.
And it does. But Kroger's had a very limited selection. Very limited of the pre-mixed ones. Where did I get the other one? Myers. Meyer had the big selection of all the
Really?
pre-made ones. Yeah.
I would imagine that I'm not a mixologist, and I don't pretend to be. I could spend time learning, but that's a lot of.
This was so easy.
It just pours right out of there, and it tastes like the bar.
And you've got a
triple sec in there.
You've got everything right there in the thing.
There's no blending. You throw a couple ice cubes in it, and you put it in a nice Scotch glass, and hey, look at me, I need a hat.
But I had to be careful because at Kroger I had the actual mix because they're right next to each other, and I grabbed the mix instead of the fully ready to go one. I was like, thank God I caught it at that last minute. I was like, ooh, because they look almost identical.
They need to put the 18 or 20% alcohol by the big numbers and letters. Because that's what we want. We want ease. We want our pizza to get the fuck here.
Yeah.
Or we get to our fucking pizza and get that fucking margarita in that glass.
Yeah.
Not that pizzas and margaritas go together.
They did today.
They did, didn't they? Could we get a taco pizza and instant margarita?
Tacos. Next weekend we'll do tacos.
I didn't see that on the app, though.
Yeah.
They didn't have a taco. They had a Hawaiian pizza.
Wait, somebody weird is doing tacos. Was it Burger King?
Yes,
yeah, Burger King. I almost got them, and I'm like, no.
So has fast food gone too far with this shit?
I think so.
I mean, they're over the edge now.
I think so.
Batshit crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just
when
throwing anything in the microwave.
When you're getting, oh God, what else did I see from Burger King? I don't know, but when I look at the menu things and the signs on the walls, it's like they're really selling that.
It's too much.
Oh, and like, what is it? Rallies? What the hell did they have that was? Oh my God! It was just. I mean, it's
sirloin
like a heart
steak.
attack waiting to happen.
Oh, those
because
fries!
It's like they just put the burger, the fries, onion rings, something else on top,
bacon
on top of that, and
more
it's like,
bacon.
Oh my God! How can you even eat that? Much less.
And they salt the shit out of it.
Exactly.
Not knocking. I still eat there.
I mean, but imagine that.
lot.
Just the salt, because their burgers are so salty now. I can't. But then you got the French fries, which are laden with salt.
Oh, yeah.
And then they put onion rings or whatever on top of that.
See, we're starting to talk like old people.
Yes. And then the bacon,
salty.
that's just totally... It's like, woo, I don't know about that one.
The only thing that drives me, like McDonald's, for fast food, and I know they don't want to call it fast food anymore, has just gone off the deep end with choices from coffee to burgers to there's a whole menu. Even the kids menu is kind of fucky now because they're trying to have healthy stuff, and I get it. Yeah. But man, McDonald's needs to go back and watch the Founder movie and remember the simplicity. You'll walk up, you get a burger, a fry, and a shake within about 2 minutes, and you're out there. The drive-through, ever since they put that second lane in there, which just fucks everything up.
Pick one thing and be good at it.
Yeah, I mean, you got people, if you get behind a minivan in a McDonald's, go into the other lane. If there's 3 cars in the other lane, one minivan, go to the 3 cars because they're going to be like, what do you want? I don't know what I want.
That seems
like
to
3
be
kids.
Every time I get in line, no matter what it is, minivan or little even...
or a pickup truck because they're ordering like 50 coffees. And it's not just coffee, they're flavored coffees.
Well, our wonderful Burger King over here has now gotten to the point where you're sitting at the spot where you order and they'll say, we'll be with you in a minute. And what they're doing is they're literally making the food for the person that just went through. So you're waiting back at the ordering station before that car even gets out of the thing. So you're sitting there for 5 minutes just waiting to order.
Yeah, fast food is out the window.
Yeah, it's crazy. Except for that kiosk that took us 2 minutes at Little Caesars. That was awesome.
Make no mistake.
Go in, stick in your 3-digit number, and your pizza comes out.
It was fast. I barely got my phone out of my pocket, and you're coming back into the car with a pizza. I was like, whoa.
But you know how sad it is? Because my only thought was, how great would this be if it was just on the corner where I didn't have to get out of the car.
The drive-through.
And I could just put in my 3-digit number and pull it out without even getting out of the car.
Or the drone delivers it to your front porch and you give them the 3-digit number.
Yep. That was my thing of the automated stuff now. It's like robots are taking over, and will we get to that point?
Oh, yeah. I'm all for it. Bring it on. But, you know, once they start making robots that can eat people to survive, then we're going to be fucked.
Yeah.
But I think all that's happened already.
I still can't see the drones working, though. I don't envision that happening because it just seems like there's too many obstacles for that. I know it'll get there. Actually, what I'm waiting for is the little replicators that you just say,
yeah,
can I have my pizza?
Like Picard did.
Yes.
Computer, Earl T. Gray. Hot.
Yes.
Earl Gray. How do we say? I've forgotten already.
I don't know, but that's exactly what I'm...
Shut up, Wesley. I'm sorry. I saw that episode on Netflix. My bad.
No, that's good.
No, I'm with you. I mean, they get the 3D printers for food, yeah, but it's got to taste good. It can't just taste like that processed stuff that even humans can't replicate. But.
Yeah, but man, seeing that thing today was just like, wow, we're getting closer and closer to the non-interaction with any human being ever. We don't need it anymore.
Well, that generation has been in control for 10 years, going on 20 years maybe. Yeah, because they're all on the phone.
And like Amazon with your just delivering it to your door within a day, it's like you don't have to deal... You don't even see your driver. They just drop it off at the door.
You're talking the groceries.
Any of it.
Yeah.
I mean, anything you order from them anymore. It's just like you don't even have to face the person delivering it because you're paid online. Mm-hmm. You know? And if the Uber's...
Uber Eats.
The only thing... is that you have the driver, but you paid for everything. You don't even have to worry about the tip like you used to for a taxi and all that kind of stuff.
What if they get to the autonomous Uber Eats?
They're trying.
And a car shows up, you have to go out, or you could have it pull into your garage, and you could, so you wouldn't have to put
even
on
see
pants.
your neighbors. Yeah.
Oh, we love our neighbors.
Oh, I know.
But we don't want to have to put on pants or bras to see our neighbors.
Exactly.
We just want to have food.
I'm just saying we're getting to a point where we don't even are not even going to interact with
Beam it
each
down,
other.
Scotty.
Yeah.
We want that. Yeah. Beam it over, like The Fly.
It always brings it always brings me back to Wall-E.
Oh yeah.
That whole buy and low where they're all on the ship, but they're all on there, but they don't even see each other around them.
Blue is the new red.
Yeah, they're all in their own little virtual egg thing, and they're all, that's how they are. That's where it seems like we're headed.
So what do you think about AI then at that point? Because a lot of those robots were kind of sentient.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. But again, I always go back to, a regular computer, and I can't even get that thing to do, or my phone, I can't even get it to read my thumbprint. Right. Well, no, it won't even read my thumbprint. And I'm like, okay, once that happens,
So do you think a computer could love? Do you think
Well, Alexa seems to give me some love every time.
She does. There's been some sci-fi movies we've watched. I can't remember the one, Other Life, where the AI interface for the spaceship kind of fell in love with the actual human.
Yeah.
And I was like, I believe that could happen.
Yeah.
If you have enough data storage, if you have enough processing power to process all the responses for all the feelings of hate, love, fear, and everything else, I think you could get a response from I'm just saying this for all the robot overlords out there that are getting ready to take over.
Some people
I'm partnering.
Some people would even argue that us ourselves are basic computers because of how our brains work and interact and that kind of stuff. So
I'll go you one further. I think we are the descendants of artificial intelligence.
Could be.
Because of
Pyramids?
like the Matrix had trouble powering itself,
Yeah.
keeping powered. And they've already started to create robots that can consume biological things, grass, small animals, for power. And I think, we've been around, not we, but the planet's been around for how many billions of years? You can't tell me this hasn't happened at one point in one form or one size or another. But if you say you're successful as an AI, you take over the world like in the Terminator series or almost take over the world. At one point, you realize power's an issue. We always have to plug in. We always got this cord plugged into our iPhone. So you start to think, well, okay, then we need to consume at will wherever we happen to be on the planet, right? Whether it be sun, vegetation, whatever. And then it gets to the point where you're self-sustaining and you're living forever. And forever's a mighty long time for a sentient being that's got, infinite replaceable parts. And at one time, I think, what was that, Robin Williams? Bicentennial Man. He got bored.
Yeah.
He was like, all the things that I know and, if you want to call it loved, are gone. And he's tired of having to go through those cycles, and he just wants to. So he gets programmed to decay. You remember that?
No,
he
have
spent
to watch
like
that again.
a couple centuries on the planet. He's just like, I just want to decay. So I think he fell in love with the descendant of one of his owners, and she got old and was starting to die. So he went to that one dude and was like, I think I'm ready to have all my components die, or just degrade to the point where I'm done. And I think as time went on, things kind of like the Terminator where they had the skin growing over metal, they eventually had, okay, we can kind of replicate bone structure and, get parts that give you a life. I think it's already happened. I think we're the result of that, to the point where we were like, 90 years on the planet's not enough. I need more. So they're talking about transferring conscious into a computer or into a robot or into whatever to live forever. And I think the cycle's starting again. That was blowing my mind. Pew. Boom! What do you think about that, Lori Lynn?
I'm not really sure.
But in what? Even a billion years, it's plausible.
Oh, yeah.
they're...
Well, I still, like the pyramids, you can't tell me people of that time period were able to create such a structure that was so precisioned. There's no way that could have happened in that time period that way. There's something more to that than we know. There has to be.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done that with this supplies and stuff that they had at that time. Yeah. There was something way more going on there.
Wow. And because there's not, fossilized evidence of a creature or a race or anything, not everything is on the surface. There's still stuff at the bottom of the ocean,
or it could have
ice,
just
other planets,
or evaporated and vanished. You know what I mean?
Or been we're carbon based, but it could have been based off of hydrogen or something silly like that that just doesn't have
evaporates and's gone. You have no trace of
totally.
Look at us talking.
I don't know half the words I used.
Yes, me either.
That's the glory of margaritas.
Yes.
It's the know everything alcohol.
It is
glorious.
Glorious robots. That's where we're headed, huh?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All the sentient to be beings out there, I can work partnering.
Well, they are replacing everything with, like at Amazon, with robotics, getting rid of more of the physical employees because
we need to
robots.
Learn how to repair robots while they still don't know how to repair themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's deep.
It is.
But I'm willing to work hand in hand with robots.
Are you?
I think they can live together.
But if I work hand in hand with a robot, I want it to look like a robot, like the AI in the movies, the AIs, or the I Am robot that had Will Smith in it, and that kind of stuff, which was what I was expecting. Not little little Roombas that run across the floor. That's not cute. That's not cute enough for me. I want something that will look like it's gonna interact with me.
Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't want it to service and do all the things I'm not willing to do, because if I was that robot, I'd be like, dude, really? You want me to clean your shit?
Yeah.
I can clean my own shit.
Well,
Because
I don't know.
would build a little resentment. He or she
that's
would
true.
build a little resentment for having to clean shit all the time. Because even though your processor is telling you it's just biological waste, over time you realize it's just shit.
Mm-hmm.
And shit is shitty. Even dogs don't fuck with their shit too much unless it tastes good.
Ugh.
Oh, you went there,
You
didn't
went
you?
there.
I don't know where I'm going. Change the topic. I've derailed.
No.
Oh.
Again, haven't they made robots that go around and do pooper scooper kind of work?
Well, we watched with the cows today.
Oh, yeah.
You scoop up all that cow shit, heat it up, let bacteria eat it, and you create, what was that gas? Methane gas, and that'll power,
Power
13
this
homes.
and power that. And,
So, yeah. Hell yeah. Shit-eating robots. They would power themselves.
Yes, they could.
They eat the cow shit,
Yep.
methane, internal combustion, boom.
There it goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad we got that solved.
Yes, definitely.
I feel like I've been doing all the talking.
No, I thought I was doing good here.
Oh, you were?
Oh.
I felt like I took over.
Oh, no, not at all.
apologize.
Not at all. But I think I'm out of time. Oh, no. My other thing was, because we heard, what was it that we heard today that, well, I guess it's not stuck in my head if I can't remember it. But my other thing was songs that stick in your head.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, the Barbie roll.
No.
That's what it was when we heard that.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
And that was in the dark that we were watching. And I mean, it was just in there briefly, but that just stuck in my head and stuck in my head. So I was like, what are other songs that stick in your head for, like, and I, like, My Sharona.
No.
My
Yeah.
Sharona.
That would do it.
Kung Fu Fighting.
Oh, yeah. That would stick in your head. I've got 5 songs in my head that are going around and around now.
You got one in now that you
No,
can
it's
think of?
the
Okay.
ones you just mentioned.
Oh,
Was it
okay.
5? Maybe it might have been
Oh,
3.
there was a whole list of them, but they're like, when I looked it up online, it was like the same ones on each of these websites, but it was like YMCA,
Oh, God, yeah.
Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine.
And that's all you have to do is say it once, and then there it is in your head.
Yeah.
Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
Yeah.
Strawberry Fields.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Luckily, it didn't play on the radio. Well, it was before my time, but
It's stuck in my head just because of Cedar Point and hearing it every day that we went to work there.
it wasn't like Beat It, where you heard it every 5
Oh,
minutes.
gosh, Beat It would be another one. Yep. Macarena.
Oh, no. God.
What else? Karma Chameleon.
I like that song.
Yeah. And the newer one, Despacito.
I don't know that one.
Oh, you don't know Despacito?
Ooh.
Despacito. And
I got nothing.
it's by Louis, I don't know, Louis or Louis something. I can't believe you don't know that one.
Well, I probably do, but I'm not drawing on it from the information presented.
Yeah, I can't get into more detail. I don't know. And I would walk 500 miles.
I
would walk 500 miles.
And I would walk 500 more. Just a blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
blah.
Take on Me.
Oh, yeah, I like that song. Uh-huh. Is that the name of the band? That is?
Yes.
I thought you were just saying uh-huh.
Well, yeah, I was, and that was just a happy coincidence.
Uh-huh.
And then the dun 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 dun. Dun. What is love?
Oh, I still love that song. I love that song. Oh, I gotta
But that always reminds me of
What is Love?
Will
I'm writing that-
Ferrell and
Yes.
what's the other guy's name?
Oh, he did.
Monkey Boy.
What is that guy's name? Shit.
Oh man,
What was that shtick that they did on Saturday Night Live? That was.
I just remember. Oh, the it was the Roxbury or something was the club.
Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
That was the movie that they did.
Was it? Okay.
Maybe. Oh, brain starting to fail me.
Yeah, because was there even more than one of those? Like there was two, wasn't there?
2 movies?
I think so.
No.
I believe so.
I broke the window
What is
again.
that? Oh yeah, because his head or whatever.
In the car, they were headbanging.
Yes.
Sideways headbanging, which hurts.
Chris Kattan?
Chris Kattan.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool.
Yes.
Yes.
And Will Ferrell.
And Will Ferrell.
Sideways headbanging,
Yeah.
which hurts if you're over 50.
Yeah, even just doing it that little bit.
I
was
think
like,
even in your 40s it would hurt. Maybe in your 30s too.
yep, they cracked me up. Wonder if Saturday Night Live Tonight is a rerun or it is all through.
Oh, yeah.
When's the new one start?
Oh, it's usually late spring. I mean, it's like late
I can't even-
September.
Okay.
It seems like it takes forever, and then you get 2 episodes before they go on Christmas
Yeah,
break.
I know, and then it's
you're like,
reruns
what
again.
What the fuck
so
are you guys
see
doing over there?
You see the same two over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's all I got for the songs that I can think of that stick in your head. There's a
I
lot
can't-
more. I mean, obviously, I hear it and I come home singing it for days.
Does this ever stick in your head? The JR Rock and Roll Show.
Yes,
God, I love that.
but I love
The
it.
Jeez, I hit it twice. We're gonna minimize that.
JR Rock and Roll Show. You got any new songs on there that you're happy to be on the show?
I do, but I can't play them. But
Yeah, you can't. Well, can you play the one? Who's singing Down by the River? Who are New Roses?
Where do you see that? Oh,
Is
yeah.
that like my Sam Cooke Down by the River?
No.
Oh.
Let's see. I'll play a little bit of it for you before we get. Did you recognize it?
No.
No, that's true. Recognize it now?
No.
That's loud. Wow.
Whew.
That's probably too much.
Probably. Yeah, you're gonna have to cut it off.
Yeah,
No, it's not ringing a bell for me.
Yeah. Well, we got Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love, coming up next week.
Are we allowed to listen to like Sam Cooke songs because they're so old? Are they do they have a copyright on those songs?
It depends. The way I understand it is if the original copyright lasts, 20 years? And then somebody has the option to buy it or renew it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, isn't that what happened to Michael Jackson songs?
I'm not sure.
Or Beatles songs.
Was it?
They came up for renewal, and at that point, they're like, they didn't. And I think Michael Jackson bought them. I don't know if all
I don't
that's
know.
true, but.
Probably. That makes sense.
And I don't understand the whole thing because I never.
But
looked
like
into
the one episode of Orange is the New Black,
Mm-hmm.
like there were 4 or 5 songs from Sam Cooke in there, but they were old. They were the songs that you don't recognize. You know what I'm saying?
the
They're-
B-sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if those had copyrights or they were just able to use those because they were the B-sided kind of songs.
I'm sure they had to pay, but it's probably not as much as the top.
And who did they
10.
pay for that? Since he's
Oh, the record
his
company.
estate. Oh, the record
Yeah.
company. Yeah.
Whoever has a contract on the song. Again, I don't know. I never got into the whole.
Did you
copyright.
ever read those contracts that were like when American Bandstand Restaurant was here in
Yes.
Columbus? Did you read those contracts?
Oh, those artists got screwed.
Oh
big
my God!
time.
Like the Supremes were making $20 for a couple of the songs that they got, and that was it.
Yeah. Well,
I
they
could
were
not
flat out
believe that.
bought for 20. I think the record company.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
the Supremes we're talking about.
Which when they first came out, they'd be like, "Ooh, they're the Supremes." So yeah, we'll buy your song
And
for
I
$20.
get that, but that was gone.
Yeah.
That whole song of theirs was gone for $20.
Yeah.
And that was $20 for what, Diana Ross, and the other ones I think got 10 or something.
Oh,
It was
$5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, how weird is that to look at that contract? It was like, I was shocked.
Yeah, I never understood any of that when I think it was when the Beatles lost their ownership. My first reaction as somebody who just didn't get half of what was going on was like, how do the Beatles not own the song that they wrote?
Right.
Oh, well, then they went into contracts and record obligations, and record companies like, what the fuck is that?
A lot of
As
it
a young
was
kid, that's what I thought.
a lot of it was because they didn't. I don't even think they wrote it. It was just that they were the singers on it, and that was what they got paid at the time. And of course, if you're a young, just starting out as they were, you wouldn't know where that song was going to go. So
I think even the Dirt with Motley Crue broached that contract. I mean, Nikki Sixx, I think he took all his money and said, look, we want to own our songs. And the record company's like, you're not going to make any money off of them without us pushing it. He's like, I don't care.
But see, at that point, I think they knew better and were like, all right, we're not going to give our songs away.
Oh, yeah.
You know
well, that
I mean?
was a few years after they've had a few
Yeah.
successful albums. They're like, we're bigger than, whatever, you're bigger than.
Yeah.
But, when you're first starting out, you're like, you want to pay us how much money? Fuck yeah, we're in.
And some of those, if you go back far enough, they were actually paying people to make their songs.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in it for, they didn't make anything. They were they paid to have their song out there.
Wow.
That was shocking. Wonder what happened to all that stuff that was, all that memorabilia that was in that American Bandstand and stuff.
I would imagine a lot of it was replicated. I mean, when you start putting out chains, even the contracts that we saw, I'm sure were color copies, and then they put it in the tables. You think
they would send that to like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or individual people would buy it if they would auction it off? Or
yes, if there was any original articles, it probably traveled around from restaurant to restaurant, probably featured as you walk in. You see Elvis's overcoat from when he was stepping off the plane in 19 whatever. Not that I know anything, but if it was a genuine artifact, and even if the restaurant owned it, I'm sure they, traveled it or rotated it. But there's so much. Even when we go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, how many of those have the small print, this is a replica, or this is a close match?
True.
I mean, I was kind of bummed out when the ZZ Top guitars were like the best replication of the guitars and seen in this video. I'm like, that's not the real guitars.
Yeah. I can't believe those restaurants. See, I love that kind of stuff, that themed restaurant stuff. And I can't believe they didn't survive. Like Planet Hollywood didn't survive. American Bandstand didn't survive. Hard Rocks, are they still around?
That's a good question. I'm sure the big ones in California.
Near the
Florida.
Disney's and the Universal.
I haven't heard anybody talk about that.
I had collected, remember how I was collecting all the napkins from all the Hard Rock cafes that I went to?
I remember we actually went to one, and was that the Hollywood? It was the Hollywood. Nick and I went out there when we went to New York.
New York?
Yeah, and they had
Hollywood?
Planet Hollywood, yeah. And they had Rocky Balboa outfits, I think, featured as you walk in.
We had one here in Columbus, remember? Inside Easton.
Yeah.
For the longest time. Well, not the longest, because it didn't last very long. But I love those kind of restaurants themed. But that one here in Columbus that was in Easton, that was so weirdly set up the way they did it, because you had that elevator that's now the movie going up to the movie theater.
Yeah.
But that was not set up right. I knew that one wasn't going to last just because of the way they had it laid out.
Did it have any good memorabilia in it?
Not really.
That's
not
what
at the time.
I think I was only there once, and I was like, "There's really nothing." They had B-movie stuff.
The one in New York was awesome.
Yeah.
You said you went to that one. Soon I went to that one too.
That I think was a Planet Hollywood.
Yeah,
where we saw the then Mr. Trump.
Yeah, and we saw there was a couple famous people when we went that were eating there when we went.
God,
and it was neat. But yeah, they had, because if you looked in the back, they had this, the Hollywood sign thing, and then all kinds of things around, just a bunch of stuff. But it was looked like it was coming out at you.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool.
Mm.
But Yeah, that one was really neat. The one in New York, but the one here was not. It was.
You wouldn't expect it in Columbus.
Yeah.
So.
But I did love.
Sorry, Columbus.
I did love the Dick Clark's American Bandstand restaurant that was here, and I can't believe that did not survive. I mean, I just thought that was the coolest thing.
Did any of them survive? Or
I think they were all. I don't know. I'm not really sure where the other ones were put, but it was a bar too, and a dance thing. So I mean, it was happening, and then all of a sudden it was just no longer.
Gone. Yeah. I mean, I remember Dick Clark the restaurant being here, but I didn't know if they had a flag in Hollywood or a flagship one in
I know
New
they
York.
had them around, but I don't
Clark,
know.
that's a pretty big fucking
It
name
is,
in rock
yeah.
and roll.
Yeah.
So if he couldn't make it happen.
Yeah.
And I think the part of the problem was the fact there was a bar.
That was the best part.
Well,
because their dance floor was one of the best dance floors that any of the bars around Columbus had.
Bars just have a lifespan of
location was an issue too because you had to drive to it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you went to campus and you could go to the walk to it or whatever. Yeah. It was a drivable where you had to drive, and that wasn't. You didn't get a lot of people that wanted to do that.
It doesn't seem like those have a long lifespan.
Yeah.
I mean, 5, 6, 7 years tops. I mean, even with the rock and roll or the Hollywood, there hasn't really been anything like that come out.
No.
Since, I think, the Dick Clark was the last of it. Mm-hmm. The American Bandstand, that's what they call that one.
American Bandstand, yeah. But see, and I love those. I love the themed restaurants.
Well, you should have went and supported them. Got your friends out there.
We did. We did. We were there a lot.
Yeah, just can't do it every weekend.
Yeah.
We want 1 Diet Coke, 7 straws, and all the free chips we got coming because we're going to dance here all night. Are you sure you don't want a margarita? Whoa, we're 20-somethings. We can't afford that.
You know what I haven't been to at all, I don't think, is the Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. So that would have happened after Dick Clark.
Oh yeah.
And is there still? It's
not
Margaritaville.
That one's that's fairly new.
It's Cheeseburger in Paradise. That's the Jimmy Buffett.
I thought it was Margaritavilles, is what they're called.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's both, because there's one a burger joint, and the other one is, I think, down in. I'm talking about stuff I don't really know for sure.
I thought the one here was just called Margaritaville. I don't know.
Because I would like to go to that.
Yeah, it's Polaris, right?
Yeah. But it seems like it's. I mean, I remember when it was supposed to be around, but it's probably been over 5 to 7 years. Which is the lifespan.
I know. Because half the time you say a date, and it's like it's been that long.
Yeah. Even the Hooters thing didn't span out that long.
Yeah. I believe it's called Margaritaville.
Is there a Cheeseburger in Paradise?
I think that's what they call their, isn't that just what they call the burger there? I don't know. I'm
trying to rely on my brain, which is failing me at this point. Started about
But that is one place we need to add to our list of going to if it's still open. That's the thing. I don't even know if it's still open.
Everybody listening to this is like, you guys are like 10 years past the mark.
I know.
This stuff happened a long time ago, and it is gone.
And to me, it feels like it just opened.
Yeah. Well, it's midnight Saturday night. We're lit. And we're just kind of babbling about stuff. Sure. Yeah. 10 years? Really? It's been that long? I Can't Drive 55 is also on that list.
As
next week's music program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar?
Sammy Hagar, the original version.
Oh, I can't type anything here.
Running with the Devil.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I live my life like there's no tomorrow.
Larkin Poe.
The cover band?
Yep. 2 girls, 2 guitars. Well, yeah.
Running with the Devil. Why can't I think of who sings it?
You like Old Town Road
Oh,
mashup?
you know I do. Oh, it's a mashup already? Jeez.
Pomplamoose. Uh-huh.
What are they mashing it with?
Just says Old Town Road plus Pony mashup.
I don't know a song called Pony.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's a sick bass sound. You gotta love this group. You're grooving over there. I see you
am
grooving.
And I'm still Billy Ray. I can't believe.
I thought Billy Ray sounded good on that.
Yeah.
So did Lil Nas. I mean, Billy
Yeah.
Ray, who I haven't heard from in a long time, just had that gruffy voice.
Yep. That's why I didn't even realize it was him.
All right. Foo Fighters. Bridge burning. Tears for Fears. Everybody want. Oh, I love that song. We can't play
These
that.
are the mashups again?
No, it's just
Oh.
straight out, Tears for Fears. The end of Real Genius,
Oh, yeah.
Popcorn House.
Yeah.
I love that. That was a great way to end up a movie, wrap up a movie. Oh, yeah. We can't play a lot of that. Mm-hmm. Oh, sweet. All you Kiss fans out there. Remember this? All hell's breaking loose. That's the music video, so we're going to get the punch and the kick hits in there. I probably should change that before it goes to the radio show. Nobody wants to hear glass breaking and punches being thrown for a video. What the fuck are you talking about, JR? I have no idea.
See, those are songs that get stuck in your head because that one's going to be stuck in my head.
The Kiss one?
No. Oh, take my horse to the old town road. Gonna ride. Oh, yeah.
Eddie Money. I think you
Saw him in concert.
groovy.
Speaking of that, concert-wise, what's the last concert you saw? Like live?
Oh, God. I think that was Motley Crue.
Really? It's been that long since you've been to a live
Big
concert?
concert.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not a concert going
Yeah, I'm not
fan.
really either, but like the Bublé was the last one, but that was really good.
Yeah.
But like, what's the best, even if you weren't there live, that you've seen that has had the best show? You know what I mean? Like, you know how like Rush used to do the blow up.
Yeah.
That was cool, the blow up rabbits and stuff. But Bublé had that orchestra on his and also had like a 1950s Miami kind of sound. You know what I mean? Like not.
Are you asking what me personally?
Yeah.
have done? It would have to be Pink Floyd at the Ohio Stadium.
And what was their setup, or what was their?
They didn't have the full stadium setup that they traveled with, but they had the giant pigs on either side of the stage.
Okay,
that
that's-
inflated. They had the giant circle light that they shone.
Maybe that's what I'm
stuff.
thinking about. But Rush did the blow ups too, didn't they?
I never saw that show. so
Okay, I
can't
saw
speak to
them
that.
3 times, and I wasn't even a Rush fan.
The disco ball that popped out in the middle of the state for Pink
For
Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah, which was kind of amazing at the time. I was like, damn, that's a lot
Yeah.
of mirrors.
And like Taylor Swift, hers was cool because of the little wristband things that she gave everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And as they were doing the stuff, their wristbands changed colors to match what she was doing on stage. I thought that was pretty darn
That
cool.
is cool. They do a lot of cool stuff with LED stuff, things, programming. When they have the drones flying, they got, 30, 40, 50 drones flying above the stadium in sync with the same kind of lighting effect.
Yeah. And not that I saw it, but I heard the pink one was cool because of how she does all her
Oh,
How do you-
yeah, the Circus Soleil
acrobatic-
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So that would be cool.
Yeah, I think I saw that on one of those Netflix. She had a concert on there. I was like, oh my god, I didn't know she was quite that athletic.
Well, that one, it was like a New Year's Eve one where she was coming down the building.
Ugh.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was in Vegas or something, and
Yeah.
she was doing all that stuff down the building. I was like, that's amazing.
Looking for all her support ropes and, is
Yeah.
there a net down there?
Well,
I mean,
as she's singing, it's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, that's just incredible.
yeah, she still sings doing all that. Yeah,
That was really cool.
that's a lot. She's an athlete and a singer, performer, but whew.
I'm trying to think of any other well, of course, everybody would say the Kiss concerts are pretty cool, but
Never saw a Kiss concert.
I didn't either, so
The Ozzy Osbourne concert we saw was
I wore earplugs. Sorry to say. But
well, it wasn't the most theatrical of the Ozzy Osbourne concerts. I mean, he used to have that big gothic stage with the
Yeah.
large stairs and the castle entrance looking thing. When we got to see it down at where they have basketball games, I forget what arena that was. It was kind of the watered down version. He still had that demon that dropped from the ceiling and the arms opened up.
Yeah.
And there was Ozzy sitting on that gothic chair there and had the grandiose opening. But it was still just a rock and roll stage,
But it still amazes me as what they fit into some of these buildings and how much they would have to bring in. And
Oh, yeah.
but of course, like when we saw the Taylor Swift stuff coming in, they literally had one big semi and then it just opened up and there was all her stuff right there. And it was
Yeah.
like, it seemed like that's all they had to do. So it seems like they're getting better at,
they have.
bringing all
Yeah.
this stuff in.
That would be cool to see, if not the show, watching them set all that crap up. Because,
Yep.
I mean, it's got to be like an amusement park anymore.
Yeah. Well, even Bublé, the stuff that was coming from the ceiling, I thought was part of the actual. I thought that was part of Schottenstein's, and it's like, no, that was his stuff.
Yeah.
So they had to put all those things up in the roof and the rafters
Can
up
you
the top.
imagine the planning that would have to go
Oh,
in?
I know. It's
mean,
like, how did they do that?
Not
I
just
mean,
to create the show, but as you go from venue to venue, making sure the support structures can handle the weight that you want to fly. Not to mention have the power requirements and the space and the blah blah whatever the hell else goes into it.
yeah, I was just like, I was stunned because the whole time I'm thinking, oh, that's just part of the Schottenstein arena stuff. It was not. It was his stuff, but it was in the rafters. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, somebody had to put that up there within the last. I mean, their shows are only one day now.
Yeah.
They had to do that in one day. It's like, how did they do that so quickly?
Magic.
Yeah,
It's all magic.
and shoot. By the time you get to your car, they've got their stuff packed up, ready to go.
That's amazing. Ugh. Rock and roll, baby.
Down to a science, they
Damn.
got it.
Wow. Well, phew. Can you believe it's been an hour already?
Has it really?
Yeah, 58 minutes.
I can't believe how fast these go.
Yeah,
I
I
missed
know.
this. I really did for the last,
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks?
Me too. When I sat down here this morning, I was turning everything on. I was like, how does this stuff work again? Old people
Oh,
have
yeah.
to remember stuff.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So,
I have to relearn work every time I go in on Monday.
yeah,
It's
me
like,
too.
Ooh, yeah, let me pull my notes up as to what I need to do
I gotta
here.
start taking notes now. Oh, yeah. So yeah.
I
That's
need
it.
to utilize my phone more instead of post-it notes and these little notebooks. Because, I've got to start using like the notebook or talking into it and recording just stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, copyright.
No,
I
we own this. That's a wrap-up music. Not really. Seemed like something to put on right before we wrapping things
An
up. for
hour.
the
I
weekend.
can't believe it's been an hour.
Saturday Night Live's almost on.
I know.
So,
And I didn't look up to see who's on there.
I did, but is it bad that I've forgotten already?
Not at all.
Nah, well, that's good.
That
Let-
happens when we hit 50.
I'm gonna try to utilize the brain. Nope, I got
No,
nothing.
got nothing.
I mean, I remember reading it, going, "Oh yeah, I
What's
know
this?
that. It's a brain sucker. What's it doing? Starving." Well-
Visually, nobody can see that, but I think they know what we're talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, hey, it's good seeing you again.
You too.
We'll see you next week.
Definitely.